What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today I got another really awesome drone video for you guys. As you can see right here, I just recently picked up the new Mavic 3 Pro. Check out its new 3-lens setup. So for the past few weeks, I've really gotten the chance to put this new drone through its paces, really test it out, especially those new lenses, the 3x lens and the 7x lens. And right now, I can confidently say that this new drone has allowed me to get some of my most amazing drone cinematography and drone clips I've ever gotten in my whole career. I know that's a huge and bold statement, but make sure you stick around till the end so you can see all the footage and really make that distinction for yourself. These new lenses on the Mavic 3 Pro are game-changing. With this new lens setup, it's like having 3 drones in one. You still have that same 24mm Hasselblad color science 4/3 sensor on the bottom one, right here. On that 3x lens, you now have a mini 3 Pro sensor basically. And you can shoot in D-Log-M, 4K 60, and that new 7x lens is definitely improved. Even though they included it on the original Mavic 3, they definitely made some improvements in the color science, and you can get extremely amazing results with that 7x 160mm equivalent length lens. And the results I've been getting out of this drone are freaking mind-blowing. So the purpose of this video is, firstly, we're going to talk about some background into why I picked up the new Mavic 3 Pro versus the regular Mavic 3, even though this is a great drone in 2023. Next, we're going to talk about some specs, some technical differences between the two drones, exactly what they improved in the new Mavic 3 Pro, and also how these two drones are still very similar. And lastly, most importantly, we're going to be talking about my general opinions about how I feel about this new drone. After doing all the real world tests, all the real world footage I've gotten from this drone, I really want to talk to you guys about why I think it's a major upgrade over the regular Mavic 3. And of course, I'm going to be showing you guys a ton of example footage, so be sure to stick around until the end. So without further ado, let's get into it. So firstly, we're going to talk about some backstory as to why I decided to upgrade to the new Mavic 3 Pro when I already have a perfectly fine working regular Mavic 3. And honestly, what it comes down to is I'm the type of person where I like to upgrade my gear, upgrade my tech when I find something that really inspires me. And that's what this drone is for me, because coming from the Mavic 3, I really loved it. And as you guys know on this channel, I've gotten so many amazing shots out of the Mavic 3. All the drone footage you basically see on this channel has all come from this drone. And I really freaking love the Mavic 3. And that's part of the reason why I knew I would love the Mavic 3 Pro so much, because basically you're getting all those same features, great battery, great build quality, great camera, great transmission. However, now we basically get 2 brand new lenses. Yeah, I'm the type of person where I like to upgrade my gear when I find something inspiring, and this drone really caught my eye because I was like, wow, this is the first drone in history from the Mavic Consumer series where we have the ability to get Inspire-like, helicopter-like shots, because as you guys all know, everyone knows that same boring 24mm wide drone shot. Everyone has that same shot. Look on YouTube, all the travel videos are all shot with that same lens, wide. And honestly, it's getting really boring to me, really repetitive, because when I'm at a location and I just have this drone, like I feel like the shots, they always feel the same, where it's like, it's wide, you know, and you could see well, you can see everything, but it just feels really kind of far and distant. But now with this new 3x lens and that new 7x lens, I feel like I'm able to get much more intimate shots and really show off textures in my environment and really choose my compositions more intentionally. And I feel like it's making me a lot better as a cinematographer because now I have a lot more options. All right, so next, we're gonna talk about some technical specifications as to what they added to this new Mavic 3 Pro and also how these two drones are very similar. So obviously, first and foremost, the main thing they changed is obviously that new camera. On the regular Mavic 3, you only have that 7x lens and also that 24mm lens down here. And on the new Mavic 3 Pro, we obviously have those 3 lenses here. We got the regular 24mm, then you got a 70mm, and then the 166mm. And what's really cool about this new drone and the new camera is that they added now D-Log-M in the telephoto camera, the 3x lens. Unfortunately, you cannot shoot in any log modes on the 7x lens, but by being able to shoot that new D-Log-M on the 3x lens is pretty awesome, because now you can really kind of hone in your grade and really color your footage well. So another reason why I decided to upgrade to the new Mavic 3 Pro is because it's in the same ecosystem as the regular Mavic 3. That means all of my propellers, all my batteries, my remotes, even my drone bag are all compatible with the new Mavic 3 Pro. The only additional accessory I need to buy is some more filters for the Mavic 3 Pro, But that's about it. And that was awesome because that means I could purchase the lowest package. I just got the base model Mavic 3 Pro with the DJI RC because I already have the RC Pro with the regular Mavic 3. So it was just really awesome to upgrade and just really seamless. So that was a huge benefit to upgrade to the Mavic 3 Pro. Another reason why I decided to upgrade to the new Mavic 3 Pro is because my regular Mavic 3 is honestly getting pretty worn out, pretty beaten up at this point. I've been flying this thing for the past 2 years now. I brought it everywhere. I brought it to Hawaii, New York, you name it. And even though it flies 100% perfectly fine, there's just some cosmetic wear and tear. For example, like the antennas here are kind of messed up. It's just very dirty. And I have this wetsuit on here, as you can see. But I mean, overall, it's a great drone, but I just felt like it was time to upgrade my drone. I mean, it's been about 2 years now. I'm doing a lot more professional gigs with my drone now. So it just felt kind of cool and seamless to purchase a new body now because now I have 2 drones now, which is freaking perfect. As you guys know, as drone pilots, sometimes there might be an error on your drone. I was at a shoot one time and I was flying the Mavic 3 and I accidentally clipped a power line and this thing came tumbling down. And the drone was perfectly fine, but my propeller broke and I didn't have any spare propellers. So it's a really good idea to keep a lot of spare propellers, but also a spare drone, because if you don't have a spare drone, it's super awkward because that means if you crash on site or anything goes wrong, you basically just have to go home and make the walk of shame. So by being able to have 2 drones on a professional set or any shoot you're doing, it's awesome because that means if one goes wrong, you can still deliver your product, still come through, still get paid, still finish the job, and you don't have to go home super awkward with a broken drone and not delivering for your clients. So by having 2 drones is really important, especially if you're a paid professional and you don't have to do overkill like this. You could probably have a Mavic 3 and then a Mini 3 Pro or a Mini 2, doesn't matter. Another really awesome thing about having 2 Mavic 3s is now I've been training my roommate to fly the regular Mavic 3, and lately we've been getting a ton of really sick air-to-air shots of each drone, and honestly, I haven't been seeing too many channels that do that. Usually they just have a bunch of sick B-roll in the studio of the drone and then obviously just the shots with the drone, but I haven't seen too many channels show more BTS of the drone actually flying and getting shots itself. So that's why having 2 Mavic 3s is really awesome, because I'm going to be showing you guys a bunch more BTS of the drones actually flying in their environment, getting awesome shots. So by having 2 Mavic 3s is awesome. So I'm really excited about that as well. All right, so lastly, we're going to talk about my general thoughts and opinions about the new Mavic 3 Pro from a working professional drone pilot. I'm not sponsored by DJI. I bought this drone with my own money and I've been really testing it out, and I'm just a regular guy that loves flying drones. So this is all coming from the perspective of someone who really loves drones and really uses them to their fullest potential. Just this past week, I found myself launching in a really awesome spot and starting off with some really cool general 24mm length wide shots, establish the area. But then I found myself really enjoying punching into that 3x lens and also that 7x lens, because I could really make these really awesome intentional compositions where the compression is really cool, because it really just feels like a painting. That's the best way to put it, because now that we have that compression, and as drone pilots, we're always shooting landscapes. So by being able to compress all those elements in the landscape together, it makes for a much more dynamic, a much more interesting and unique video or photo compared to that regular wide angle perspective that we're all used to seeing. So this drone has been extremely game changing to me over the past 2 weeks. And honestly, like I mentioned earlier, this drone has allowed me to get some of the most amazing and breathtaking shots I've ever gotten in my career as a drone pilot. And that's a huge thing to say, because I've been flying drones for about 2 or 3 years now, and I just had this drone for about 2 weeks, and I've already gotten some of the best shots I've ever gotten in my whole life. So yeah, I think that says a lot about this drone. And honestly, when I first looked at the Mavic 3 Pro, I wasn't really too excited about that 7x lens, because the Mavic 3 already has a 7x lens. I was mostly excited for that new 3x lens, because now you have that same sensor as the DJI Mini 3 Pro. You can shoot in D-Log M and you just have a really nice compression. And that was a really exciting feature to me, because I've never seen any drone with more than one lens besides an Inspire, and that thing's like $20,000. So by being able to see a multiple lens setup on a consumer drone like this really caught my eye, because I feel like as a cinematographer, having lens choice is probably your biggest tool to really craft your look and really make your compositions. And I know you guys think that the 7x lens on this new Mavic 3 Pro is very similar to the regular Mavic 3, but after testing it out this past week, honestly, they really made some awesome improvements to the 7x lens. I was flying at the Golden Gate Bridge just last week and I was getting some really sick sunset shots, and I decided to just try out the 7x lens, see how it looked, and it was just so sharp, so clean, really good dynamic range, and it felt light years ahead of the previous 7x lens on the Mavic 3 regular. So, but yeah, all in all, these drones are basically identical. I mean, they look extremely similar. They're very, very similar. The only difference is that camera basically. And I know it might seem kind of awkward to upgrade to a new drone just because of a new camera or just because of a new lens, but honestly, I can say this with confidence, this new lens is absolutely game changing and it turns this drone into a whole new drone. All right, everyone, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for sticking around all the way until the end. I really appreciate it. Please be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel. I'm almost at 1K now, so I would greatly appreciate the help. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys on the next one. See ya.